according to him, because people didn't watch the video.
Right.
They're the idiots, even though they lied in the video title. Vince Russo signing with NWA.
And admitted it was clickbait. Russo'sBrand.com, where the pros are the pros.
So all this was put together by myself, Final Boss Engaged, The Guy 123, Mike DeFitz, J12, Gorov Kumar from Germany, The Wandering One, Gabe Tuff, Michael Thomas, Frank, and Brandon. So you guys know, listening, you have been talking about for months, you've done shows about working with another promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Some people figured it out on their own. You know, you were wearing the ICP jersey. I think that's probably where they got it from. But anyway, our listeners, if they had a guess, that was it. It was JCW. I don't know how this started, that people were speculating on what you were talking about, but the Keepin It 100 YouTube, this is where I know this started.
I think that's where it started.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't know what started them talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So this thumbnail is put out, and because I remember when this came out, because remember I called you and I said,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's how I learned about it from you.
Yeah, so they put out this clip. Konnan reacts to Vince Russo signing with NWA.
Right.
And it's a picture of you going into NWA's headquarters with your things.
With my Sam Hain box.
Yeah. So does this say anything about speculation?
No. Reacts to Vince Russo signing. That's factual. Vince Russo signing with NWA.
After this came out.
First of all, let me make one thing clear to everybody. At 64 years old, guys, I'm not freaking signing anything. Just so you know, whenever you hear Vince Russo signed, no, bro, I don't sign anything. I come to an agreement. We shake a hand. It doesn't work out. We go our separate ways. So just the fact that I'm signing anything is absolute bullshit.
So immediately I'm seeing comments in our YouTube videos. Oh, Vince is going to NWA. People are tweeting it because of this headline.
Right.
There's no doubt that this is where it came from.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So then on the bro down with you and Mac.
Yes.
Mac makes a little joke about this.
Do you have that clip?
I do. You let me.
Oh, great. Okay, go ahead. Yes. When you look at this, is it clear to you that he's making a joke?
Of course.
Okay, thank you, Joe.
I think it's clear to anybody with an IQ over 50 that he's making a joke.
I'm glad you got the clip because I've not seen this back. I'm going to start doing some work with a wrestling promotion, and I spent like last week.
By the way, Vince, I don't mean to cut you off, but I know who it is because I heard Disco and Konnan talking about it. And you're going to be going to the NWA. You're writing for the NWA.
They got that right, man. But
or MLW, maybe that was the other one I heard too. That you might be.
Clear sarcasm.
Absolutely.
As soon as he mentions Konnan and Disco, you start shaking your head.
Yep.
Right. Oh yeah, they nailed that one. I mean, it's clear sarcasm, right?
Yep.
But people started putting this video out as you confirming.
Oh, come on.
No. Okay. So now after this, Meltzer puts out this video.
What is this Vince Russo stuff I'm hearing about NWA?
You've heard as much as I have, but it sounds like he's going to work for NWA. What does it matter? You know, it's NWA.
AEW matters though, Chef. Whatever they're down to, they matter.
It's like he can't. He's not. How can he make it better or worse? NWA has no. They don't have any.
How can you make it better or worse? So, in other words, Jeff, if a new head coach comes into a baseball team or a football team, how can the head coach make it better or worse, Jeff?
Right.
Oh God, that's such a stupid statement right there.
It's like he can't. He's not. How can he make it better or worse? NWA has no. They don't have any television that anybody's watching. I guess they have a YouTube show.
Can you imagine?
I guess they have a YouTube show. This is the expert of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have any biases. For whatever reason, he doesn't like Billy Corgan. He doesn't like the wrestlers there. So he's never going to talk about NWA. Right. If that doesn't tell you that he's biased, I don't know what does.
Of course.
And all the ideas that he's been sitting on.
Yeah. But For who or what, you know?
For himself. For this opportunity. He's been waiting.
For this opportunity. Wait, for this opportunity. Jeff, how many freaking times have I said? How many times? And I'm sitting here, sitting on ideas, waiting on an opportunity for a wrestling company to call me.
Does he think you sit around fantasy booking all the time? Boy, if I get
my God, bro. That is freaking pathetic, bro. That's absolutely pathetic.
That's the Mark mentality.
Jeez.
I hope he does well, you know. I mean,
that you do.
It's not gonna, you know, if it was like TNA, I would go, that's pretty interesting news.
Mm-hmm.
But NWA, I mean, nobody talks about NWA at all.
Why don't you, Dave? Seriously, why don't you talk about NWA? It's a promotion that has a weekly show on YouTube. It has a rock and roll legend that runs it. There's good wrestlers in the promotion. It's well produced. Why aren't you talking about it? Because you have an axe to grind. That's why. Why? And this has nothing to do with you regardless, right? So, but because he doesn't talk about NWA, if you were to go there, it wouldn't matter. Nobody talks about NWA.
And because he doesn't talk about it, it's not important. That's what he's telling you here. It's not important because he don't talk about it.
I mean, nobody talks about NWA at all.
Bro, who talks about AEW but the same AEW marks? Like, seriously, outside of the AEW marks, who's talking about AEW? Seriously?
You know, whatever it was, you know, I remember Billy Corgan a couple of years back, right? And it was, you know, he was going to get on CW for his reality show and for his weekly wrestling show. And somehow that didn't happen. You know,
he got a reality show on CW, Billy. He got his reality show. I saw episodes of it. He doesn't even know that.
On the pay-per-view, that was the stupid spot on the pay-per-view. They ended up with them.
Was that the fishbowl? Was that the fishbowl spot he's talking about on Billy's pay-per-view? That stupid spot, Jeff.
Yeah. So snorting cocaine is worse than attempted murder.
Wow.
You know?
I got news for him. We got a character named Cocaine. So good luck with that, Dave.
That was the stupid spot on the pay-per-view. They ended up with them nixing the idea. What a in hindsight.
Bro,
and then WWE ends up getting this.
I hate to keep, I know you got a lot, and I hate to keep interrupting him. How can he talk about anything else with how bad AEW is? You know what I'm saying, Jeff? Like, if AEW was a great promotion, then you could shit on all the other promotions. He's shitting on other promotions like AEW is anything. AEW is nothing, bro, and probably wouldn't be in business today if Tony Khan wasn't owning it.
I mean, I think that they would have been booted off for WWE anyway, even if they had gotten on. And I don't know what kind of ratings they would have gotten, but still, it's CW. I mean, it's like, that's a real station. I mean, like he did have like a real station platform that he lost. That was a big loss. There, you know, so maybe here's the thing. Maybe, you know, Billy Corgan is exhausted, unable to get television, right? Maybe he can go, hey, this is the guy who wrote Raw, you know, in
see how he works? Do you see how
this? Yeah.
All this is based on zero fact that he's
exactly. And meanwhile, listen, here's the bottom line, guys. This is the biggest problem. This is supposed to be a wrestling journalist. We've heard how insulted he gets when you call it dirt sheets. We've gone through this time and time again. There's two people. All he's got to do is call. He definitely ain't going to call me, bro. Like, seriously, because if he calls me, then we got to address the hair dye. And Dave, why are you combing your hair down? Dave, at what point do we shave the head? So I get that. But there's still another guy you can call. Billy, can you confirm or deny that you signed Vince Russo? Period.
This is the guy who wrote Raw, you know, in 1997, 1998, when they were
1999
doing giant numbers. He was the guy who wrote when Steve Austin.
What happened to what about 1999, bro? I didn't leave till October. What happened? That don't count?
When they were doing giant numbers. He was
Bro, we were doing giant numbers, but yet I wasn't the head booker of the year. He just said we were doing giant numbers, but I got no trophy.
Steve Austin was on. Maybe that will help him get TV. Maybe. I don't know. It's 28 years ago now. But stranger things have happened. I mean, Eric Bischoff's in charge of a freestyle wrestling company. It's like, every time I see this, and when I first heard the Russo story, it was just like, I remember as a kid, you remember, and I'm sure you did as a kid too, where the failing managers would keep getting jobs and new managers would never get jobs.
It still happens.
Yeah, it's like these failing managers,
bro,
keep getting jobs.
Can we stop this?
Meanwhile, you're a failing manager after he just said all the high numbers that when you were writing. But anyway.
I want you guys to understand something for a second, because this guy's head is so far up his ass, he doesn't have a clue. I want you guys to understand something. We're going to be talking a lot about JCW, obviously. Guys, the JCW content is going to be a million times better than anything we could possibly talk about Raw. Trust me, guys. Trust me. But here's the bottom line, Jeff. This guy's got me. I'm sitting at home. I'm sitting on ideas, waiting for the opportunity. This guy is, I'm one of the old managers. Bro, this is the bottom line. Sean Oliver, that I've been friends with for many, 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 many years. What kayfabe, right, Jeff? Kayfabe commentaries. Okay. Yep. I love Sean. Sean was doing kayfabe commentaries. Sean has written 10 books. Sean does the Nash podcast. Sean is a teacher. Sean is an actor. Sean is a writer. Sean is so freaking talented. Okay. So Sean knows me. Sean has worked with me. In the meantime, Sean is writing a book. He's writing ICP's book. He's writing a book about ICP. So Sean's got a relationship with me. Sean's got a relationship with Violent J and ICP. I worked with ICP at WWE, WCW. We know each other. Jay wants to concentrate more on writing. And Sean said, hey, wait a minute. I talked to Vince. I talked to you. Maybe you two guys should have a conversation. There's no sitting on ideas, waiting for an opportunity. There's no old managers. There's Sean saying to me, Vince, I think you should have a conversation with Jay. And me saying, no problem, I talked to Jay. I have no issues whatsoever. And then having conversations over months and months and months and months and months. That's what it is, Jeff. That's the story. These freaking guys. I've said a million times, guys. I was on the road for 4 days. Jeff knows I'm coming home for 1 day. I am going back out for the next 5 days, guys. Guess where I'm going? I'm going to spend time at my Airbnb, which is a business I run. So I'm taking time off. I'm going there. But these two guys think I'm waiting here and I'm developing all these ideas and I'm writing them all down. So when somebody calls me and this jackass, oh yeah, bro, it's like the old managers. No, bro, this is a very smart guy in Sean Oliver that knows the both of us. We both know each other to begin with. Sean says, I think you guys should have a conversation, and we have a conversation. Well, what the f? They don't have a clue. And here's the problem, guys. It's okay if they're having a discussion and they don't have a clue. That's okay. What's not okay is when they don't have a clue and they're charging you for it. That's what's not okay, bro. You're paying them and they don't have a clue. That's the problem, and that's why we do this show. Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, I mean, this guy chooses to have the Uncle Leo eyebrows. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
And no new ones. And when I first heard like that, it was kind of like, can't somebody like give, somebody like there are smart guys that we know, you know what I mean? I mean, there's like smart guys that we know who who can do this.
Who can do this and write a lame ass wrestling show like everybody else. Exactly, bro. Hire those guys. He was just saying, oh, bro, you come together, you can't make a difference. Oh, yeah. So we're going to bring in a smart. How about Wade Keller? Let's bring in Wade. Wade Keller smart. Let's bring Wade Keller in to write a wrestling show. Let's see how different that is than the shit we see now.
Like, why would it? But it's Billy, and Billy Corgan was never anti-Russo at all. He was a pro-Russo guy, so that doesn't surprise me. But when it's like I just think like, why doesn't somebody give somebody new a shot at this? But it's NWA, and it's like,
yeah, and bro, why would movie studios, Jeff? Why would they still give money to Steven Spielberg? Why would they still give money? New. Yeah, why would they give money to George Lucas? Why would they give money to these people? Bro, why does Stephen King's publishing company still give money to Stephen King? There's got to be new people out there, Jeff. No?
But he's such a hypocrite because Billy Corgan is new at this, right? He is, but he's not paying attention to him, so he's a hypocrite.
Yeah. It's kind of like a moot point. It's like maybe a few people will tune in out of curiosity, but in the long run, it's like it's not anything that can really amount to anything.
And AEW has amounted to what, Jeff?
Well, the funny thing about all this is that entire thing was based off something that's not even true.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
You saw how Meltzer works right there.
Yep.
So where this goes next is this guy that writes for one of the dirt sheets. I see him replying to every one of your tweets and every one of everybody else's tweets with the video of you and Mac.
Yeah. What this is now, bro, what is this very similar to?
Which Underground?
No. This is very similar because now they're going to take the Mac thing, right? This is very similar to when Disco went through articles from 87 years back about me saying Rhea Ripley wasn't over. Just to prove their point. That's exactly what this is, bro. Exactly.
It's funny that you bring up Disco because that's where we're headed next.
But that's exactly what this is, bro.
Yeah.
Well, you're not wrong. No. Russo said it somewhere. Yeah. We're not wrong.
So this idiot is saying that you're a liar because you confirmed in that clip, even though Mac put out a tweet that this was obviously sarcasm because you heard it from Konnan and Disco.
Right.
You're shaking your head. No, yeah, they got that one right. None of that matters, right? No, you're a liar. Okay. Because they're all idiots. Yeah. So I quote tweet this guy. You were out. I had to take over, right? So I said, these idiots are seriously going with the narrative that Vince put it out there because he jokingly said, yeah, they nailed that one when the false report was brought up. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Disco replies to me, who actually reported it? Vince put a tweet out and a lot of people speculated on what it was because he didn't make it clear where he was working. Did anyone officially report Vince Russo working with NWA? The answer to that is nobody, per Grok.
What about the headline you just showed at the beginning of this presentation?
That's what I replied. So who actually reported it? I replied to him. You guys did. You guys did. It all started with this video when I showed the screenshot.
Right.
Screenshot of the tweet that I just showed.
And
this is how he replies to me. He specifically said, who reported it? I said, you guys did, and I showed the proof.
Yes.
He said, exactly, moron. So he's calling me a moron. So exactly, moron. We were speculating on what it could be, much like everyone did when Vince put out an ambiguous tweet.
That headline was no speculation.
Somebody else had replied to Disco and said, I thought it was NWA because of a Keeping It 100 thumbnail. And I said, so did everybody, but the real Disco is. Then he replies that the thumbnails are clickbait. We aren't news. If people thought that was news without listening to the clip, they are the. No news site reported that Vince was going to NWA. All speculation. So I reply to him and I put, uses misleading title and thumbnail that states a lie. Everyone that discussed it, that this was factual, got the entire rumor from that video title.
Yep.
It wasn't our fault. That's the timeline that I laid out of Disco at this point, right?
Yeah.
So now we go to Disco again. Husey does our YouTube, and we promote that they are clickbait.
Yeah, they always put the heat on Husey.
Yep.
They always put the heat on.
We promote that they are clickbait. So right here, he's a moron,
right?
Because he's admitting to violating the YouTube terms of service. You can't clickbait. It's like against the rules,
right?
So he's a moron for even putting this out there, right? But he says Husey does our YouTube, and we promote that they are clickbait. If you listen to the clip, nothing in this is news, all speculation. And since when is Keeping It 100 a dirt sheet? So I know what he's doing here. So I reply and I say, here comes the straw man.
Yep.
You asked where it came from. It came from your YouTube channel. Everything else is irrelevant. Every single person that has been discussing, it came from you guys. You don't get to post a lie title and then blame people for not watching the video.
Right.
He said, well, then we are the ones that worked the marks, not Vince, correct? Because remember you put out the tweet that the marks got worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they all fell for their shit and their shit, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And I said, yes, exactly. That's never been a dispute. That's exactly what he was talking about.
Right.
So he replies, well, the result is Vince got what he wanted out of it, so he could say he owned the marks when all everyone did was speculate over where he was working. It's not anything to raise his hand over.
What did I want to get out? I didn't start any of this. Yeah. I didn't say anything.
So he's starting the narrative that you are claiming that you worked everybody.
Just so everybody knows that what Jeff is laying out here is 90% of the reason why I don't do shows with Disco anymore. 90% of the reason, because you can't say anything. And when you finally get a word in edgewise, he completely discombobulates it. And after he does that to you time and time and time again, just like this, you just get tired of going through the process.
So then he asks Grok, because he's one of those.
What are we asking Grok about? Who's Grok? Is that the tight end for the Patriots?
Grok, the AI. So he asked, did anyone officially report as actual news that Vince Russo signed with NWA?
So now he's quoting Grok?
Yeah. Grok says, no, there was no official report or announcement from the NWA or any credible news outlet confirming. So then okay, go ahead. So he tags me like this is a gotcha. Right. And
this is where I said Rhea Ripley was not over 8 years ago. Okay.
So then I just replied and I said, correct. No credible news outlet. It came from you.
Right. Exactly right.
And he didn't respond after that point.
Oh my God, bro. Unbelievable. I do not understand why people can't say I was wrong. The time you spend backtracking and all you got to say is we were wrong. That's all you got to say. I got no problem saying that whatsoever, ever. Yeah.
So according to him, because people didn't watch the video.
Right.
They're the idiots, even though they lied in the and they lied in the video title. Vince Russo signing with NWA
and admitted it was clickbait.
Yeah, admitted it was clickbait, but it's everybody else's fault for not watching their video. Right. And then it's your fault. Not Disco didn't say this, but it's your fault. All the marks are saying this because you confirmed it and didn't say anything when Mac was bringing it up, which Mac was obviously being sarcastic, which he even tweeted about.
Right.
And then when you said all you marks got worked, he's claiming you're saying that I worked you guys. I made you all think I was going to NWA and I wasn't. Like, he doesn't even understand that.
This is how Disco wears you out, man.
So now after the news comes out that you're really with JCW, well, we have another Meltzer video following that.
All right. What's up with Vince Russo?
I guess.
Oh, he's back. No, bro, he stopped. He stopped the calm down. It had to be because of us, no doubt.
Yeah, he went back. Yeah. I think it's Die Day again. He's got the black on.
Yeah.
All right. What's up with Vince Russo?
I guess the story is that so he was on his podcast, I guess. And he
all this, I guess. See, he researched none of this.
I guessed and probably. Right.
He researched none of this.
His podcast, I guess. And he talked about how he's written 9 TV shows for a group, and he didn't want to say the group. And then his co-host says, I can tell you because Konnan and Disco Inferno said that it was the NWA, Billy Corgan's group. And he doesn't deny it or anything. So,
because you're all Anybody that can't tell that you were being sarcastic.
No, bro, Jeff, hold on. They know. They know this is their only saving grace, Jeff. They if they don't know that they are morons, they know this is the only saving grace, bro.
Because Konnan and Disco Inferno said that it was the NWA, Billy Corgan's group. And he doesn't deny it or anything.
And also they leave out the part where Max says, or is it MLW? I heard it was MLW.
Right.
Because he can't, if he says that, well, then that's you can't say it's not sarcasm. So they cut that part out and they just leave in that he said it was NWA.
Of course, yeah.
So we all think, okay, it's on his show. He's saying it's the NWA. Then he comes in and goes, I fooled all you marks. It's...
when did you say that?
I don't know.
Yeah, when did you say I fooled all you marks?
I haven't even been around, bro.
I fooled all you marks.
Fooled all you marks.
NWA. Then he comes in and goes, I fooled all you marks. It's Juggalo Championship Wrestling. It's like,
wow, what a swerve.
What a brilliant guy.
Huh.
You like this is how stupid he is. Everything he just said did not happen. It didn't happen.
Bro, this again, bro. And listen,
trying to cover his ass.
Anybody that has a brain in their head, this is why I don't say anything, because they totally expose themselves. This is how they save their ass. Just like Disco with Rhea Ripley. It's the same. This is how they save their ass, bro.
I worked all you marks.
Yeah, oh yeah, bro. Right.
It's like what a weird whatever.
Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Yeah. I like that. What Shaggy I like. Is that the one?
Shaggy Two-Dope?
Is that the one?
Is that the one? He doesn't even know. Is that the one I like?
And meanwhile, Shaggy hasn't been involved in the promotion in God knows how many years. So.
It just shows how they're children.
Yeah.
Because an adult real reporter would say, oh yeah, he was being sarcastic. You could see it in the clip. His co-host tweeted that it was sarcastic. That's where the miscommunication came from. That's what an adult and a real reporter would say. But these are children we're dealing with in pro wrestling, and they don't like Vince Russo. So we can't say anything that makes Vince Russo look good. So, I fooled all you marks. Like Disco actually thinks you're trying to claim for working them when you were pointing out how stupid they were for believing Disco and Dave Meltzer.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
Bro, I put a shot of the ICP stage out, and what I said was, not NWA.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
You marks got worked or something.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. You weren't saying they got worked by you. No. They got worked like they always do by the freaking internet rumors.